Top to the line to you. I'm coming with you another video to my new CDL drivers. To my new CDL drivers. Uh, I'm just calling. I mean, they're calling. Listen to me. Calling. Really listen to me. I'm up in Kansas right now, man. No, I'm going heading up to Kansas. Let me put that right. To my beginners, get your money saved. Well, let's say it like this. If you just beginning in this business and you trying to decide, do you really want to be an own operator or do you want to drive a company guy? Either or is not bad. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna be frank with you. Go back and look at some of my videos. I'm not judging either way you go with it. Because it can be stressful. Stressful. Let me swallow sip. It can be stressful. Uh, it takes a lot. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I had my other truck, and man, I bought the truck. It was like $37,000. I bought it. I'm not saying bank finance. Don't let me correct that. And I thought I had a good truck. It broke down on my first pickup at FedEx. I was taking that FedEx load down to Colorado. Hell, I couldn't take shit nowhere. Broke down on me. But it was a blessing that it happened then, and versus me out there on the big road where they could have skinned me alive. Uh, did I think twice about it? Yeah. Did I want to crawl back and go back to another company and be a company driver? Absolutely. But sometimes when these little things happen, it builds you up. You can't just sit in the driver's seat and say, "Hey, man, you no longer a company guy." Everything falls on you. You know what I mean? As far as the tractor go. Now, if you have your own trailer, the same rules apply. But most importantly, man, it taught me something. And I thought, okay, man, I got the 10 G's. I put the 10 G's down. I'm good. I got a little couple $1,000 bag me up. That's going to help me make it. Now, my honestly opinion of all the shit that done caught with me, I say, man, when you put down on the truck, you least, at the very least, is 10,000 G's to the side. Not 10 G's that you got to play with to pay your bills and all that shit. 10 G's just on if something goes wrong. Because it's bound to. That's just the way it's set up. Uh, you know, it's just the way it is. I mean, maybe the numbers are a little tight, but to me, to be comfortable with it, that you ain't gotta ask nobody for nothing because you can't. I'm not being funny when I say this. If she work at McDonald's, Taco Bell, or she make the bare minimum of $18 an hour, I mean the bare minimum $18 an hour, she can help you. Cause you ain't talking about no $400 hit. You talking about $5,000 hit, $3,000 hit, $2,000 hit, or sometimes $1,000 hit, depending on what goes wrong. Just here recently, something went wrong with my truck. The transmission went bad in it, and some other oil leaks. Hell, that was just except more. The transmission was warranted, so they let me slide with that. But everything else was damn near $5,000. You know what I'm saying? And if you only got 20 G's in the pocket just to save, what else you got? You still got to pay child support, still got to pay your bills. You still got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. You know, so it's rules to this game, and that's why they don't mind you. You are getting out here and say I want to be an operator. Man, the company they pay big money for this shit. They already know what time it is. They ain't no damn fool. That's why some of them go out of business. Too many breakdowns and not enough to bill you out. Oh, you can fall off. But howevertheless, I'm not gonna think about that too much. All I know if I have my money saved to the side, I'm gonna do the very best I can. I'm not gonna fuck off a lot. I'm not gonna mess up a whole lot of money. But what I'm gonna do is be self-sufficient. You know, uh, recaps, man. That's the reason why they call them recaps. You hear me? You think you saving $1 too? No, sir. Because them recaps gonna give out on you, man. You put a heavy load on it. If it's too hot outside, now in the cold weather, it's not so bad. Because they not, I mean, when it's real cold, it's not they not subject to pop on you so quick. But in the summertime, no sir. No sir. You might well get rid of that. Get that out your mind. Get you some brand new dries and steers. Don't play around with the steer with no use anyway. Period. Okay? That'll cost you. Secondly, man, take care of your truck. Maintenance your truck. That's your money maker. My first time when I first got to start making a little money, man, I wanted to buy everything. But I had to come to the grips with it. If the truck don't roll, you don't make that kind of money. You don't bring in no $3,000 or $4,000 a week. It's not gonna happen. You might do good for a month. Next month it might have little issues. But you don't accumulate and bought this house and bought all these cars. No, baby. No. Slow your roll, baby. Slow your roll. You get in that same little environment until you get up to at least $40,000, $50,000 in your pocket. Push to the side. That's when you start doing that type of shit. And then you want to slow down on that market too. Because just like any other business, it has an up and it has a down. But main objective, do your numbers, man. That was another thing that cost me. Do your numbers. Make sure that the trip that you're going to make, that you don't overfuel the tank. You know? Now, if you got like a run like I got, I wouldn't call it dedicated, but I know I ain't going to sit long. And Texas seemed like it's got the best diesel that is to have. You know what I mean? I mean, the best, not this diesel, best rate. So I follow up on that. So I say, for instance, I paid $2.65 per gallon. Okay, it's not that far to go up to Kansas. I think it's probably 600 miles, if not less than that. You know what I mean? So what I do, I could have put probably 300 and made it up here and halfway back. Instead, I'm gonna go ahead and fill it up. Because the worst thing I want to do is try to stop in Oklahoma, stop somewhere in Kansas, and trying to fill up. Because the ball game changes. The race done jumped up on me. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about, and then you got to watch your weight of your truck because sometimes it burns fuel. The way I was thinking at first is this. Well, if I fill it up, that's going to make the truck weight more. And it's going to cost me more to pull the whole load. Say, for instance, if the load is 27, well, I just done jumped all this gas in here. So now the load is probably pushing that 1,000 more pounds on it, if not more. That's thinking. But at the end of the day, you might lose on the cent side a couple of cents off of it. But when you pull up here and you see that gas was 265 where I was coming from, now you up here, that shit is like 309, do you can wage out the difference. And secondly, watch your speed. If you can make to your destination area with only doing 80, I'm not 80, listen to me, you see what I'm talking about? Doing 68, somewhere off in that ballpark, between 68 and 70, do that. Do that. That's the best thing going from cornbread. You know what I mean? Make sure you got good tires. Make sure all your tires got enough air, the same level of air pressure. Because I didn't realize that played a significant role. I did not realize that. You get you some good steady tires where they all air pressure, man, watch how you save on gas. Okay? So these are a couple things that I'm just throwing out there, just on running my two-piece. Watch your fuel gauge and watch your speed. Don't put recaps. I'm a prime example. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I'm guilty of my own. I'm guilty because I thought I was doing something. No. You buying tires every other 3 or 4 months because you really scared. Because if the DOT ever look at your tires, you screwed. And here's another thing you want to think about too. When them tires blow like that, it shoots out in the back of you, and it down there cover all what's back of you. It just shoots out, and you don't know. It might not necessarily be your family or somebody else's family. They're trying to dodge that wreck out because of your negligence. Because you want to save a couple of dollars. Now they all fucked up, messed up because behind you. But they can't get a hold of you. All they can do is call it a road hazard. But when they look do a close examine, if you really hurt somebody and see, hey man, these tires should have been on this truck anyway. That's when they're gonna come get you, deal with you on that level. Now, I'm just running with 2P, just going over some thoughts in my head, and I thought I'd just put that out there while I'm rolling to kind of get some insights on what you should suspect. I mean, not suspect, but what you should, I guess you call it suspect. What you should think about when you're out here. This game is real, man. And I hate to even put game in front of it, but that's just what it is, you know? And we have to be very mindful of that. Hey, man, this shit is real out here, bruh. They will shut you down. They will put you out of business, whatever the case may be. Well, man, they did me wrong. Yeah, yeah, but you got to also mark all the X's out. What you do, all the check marks. What you should have done better. It's not always good uh, to say what somebody else did. Hey, well, they did that wrong. They should have did that like that. No, no, no. Sometimes it's okay to take responsibility. It makes you a better truck driver, females and male. It makes you a better truck driver. Believe it or not. Because if everybody lets you slide, even though they knowing that you could have done better. I remember I was working for Southeastern, and every time I would fuck up. For instance, I took a trailer, it didn't have no damn tail lights on it, but I was so trying to impress that I could do the job. Because at that time, man, it was like what 4 or 5 years ago. They were paying decent money. So I wanted to get there and let them know I could do the job. Man, yes, I can. Southeastern, here I come. I'm going to show you. And what happened is Southeastern set up uh, like a roadblock for your ass before you got out the gate. They would stop you. And what they would do, they would ask you for all your credentials that you needed. Of course, your driving license, your medical card, uh, and show that you walked around that trailer to make sure everything was okay. Well, me trying to show out, not show out, I want you that's a little bit vague. Uh, Me trying to be in a rush, and I want to get on side and make sure I can show him I can do it, and not realizing, man, this trailer ain't got no damn backlights on it. You know what I'm saying? This is the way the game go. Now, was I thought he was gonna be a hard ass? Yeah, at first initially, yes. I think I was up in my 20s. I thought he was just an asshole. I really did. But at the end of the day, he was trying to get my mind to slow down and focus on what's going on around you. You know what I'm saying? They got a rule, a 5 second, a 15%, not 15%, 15-second distance ahead of you, and I can't remember all the details. Your mirrors, your medical card, all this stuff played a part. But I was trying so hard to impress, but the impression should be more on me. Let me slow down and do what I need to do. You understand what I'm saying? Let me slow down. Let me get this under control. It's like me walking up and telling somebody else how to drive a damn truck when I don't physically know how to drive a truck myself. Now, that was back in my 20s. I'm 46 now, so I've had some years driving. I understand. And sometimes I still, hard. The thing is, if you develop good habits, you'll be okay. When you start developing bad habits, half doing shit, not doing your pre-trip on certain things, you develop that habit. And the moment that you don't take the time to do something, that'll be the moment you pay the price. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest with you. They all they gonna do is replace you. You know what I mean? All they gonna do is replace you and find somebody else. And it's like a vicious cycle until you catch. See, the self-driving trucks was only an approach because they got tired of seeing drivers doing stupid shit. You know, you see what I'm saying? I mean, some of the stuff we were doing, it just didn't make a whole lot of sense. It makes no sense to be in that big of a rush. It just don't, baby. I mean, I don't give a damn how you flip it. It don't make sense. Stop rushing. You're running over shit. It's one dude I knew. I knew. I don't. God bless. I hope he's doing better now. He was trying to turn right in the inside lane, and everybody. Well, not everybody. Some people don't know you got to go to the outside line to make that turn, and you have to watch your inside because you're gonna always have them four wheelers. I'm quicker than you, and some of them do it, and they know they're gonna get paid, so they catch. Well, if you ain't paying attention, I'm gonna get this little money because they thinking you see a big truck, well known name, Southeastern, and he's doing something he ain't got no business. Well, that's money time on that. Well, that's what they see, money time. You know what I mean? That's money time. You gonna eat. It might take a minute for you to get your little money, but UPS, Yellow Freight, I don't know how Swift do it, but these are the things that happens when you're not paying attention. You know, uh, PMD. That's what was called PMD drivers, city workers. That's what that means. Over the road drivers. You know, hey, put on the proper shoes. I was when I my first thing I had on house shoes, man, trying to drive a stick there, and the funniest thing, man, I cut the truck off, I had made it to my destination, cut the truck off, but I didn't pull the truck out of the first gear. I popped my brakes, everything was good, but I didn't take it out of the gear. So I got up that morning, started the truck up, the truck lurched off. It just drove off and ran over the damn fence. That was my first incident. I'm not laughing because it was not a damn thing funny about that. That's something I had to learn. When you in them automatic, make sure you put that truck in neutral. Better yet, they ask. Sometimes they want you required to put it in the first gear, set your brakes. But when you never to start a truck outside the truck, get inside of the truck because you never know what gear if the brakes really holding. Because what it should have, the truck should hold it because it didn't. I wasn't giving it gas. I just started it up. But anyhow, that's past me, and I vowed to myself never to make that decision again. This video is way too long, but I just wanted to make that point. Young guys, young ladies, older guys is just getting you. Older females are getting their CDLs. Look, it's money to be made. Give yourself time to grow, and absolutely think. And I'm not trying to talk you out of being an own operator. I think it's a good thing, but learn the process. You will save a lot of hair, gray hair. I mean, you wouldn't have a whole lot of gray hair like myself. And I appreciate. I have learned to embrace my greatness now. You know what I mean? Because for a minute I was like, man, damn. You know what I mean? But I've learned to embrace it because every gray hair that I have, there was a lesson taught behind that. You know what I mean? Being patient, uh, doing me, and not trying to be too fast. You know, because I was, man. Anyway, I made this video too long. May God be with all you brothers and sisters that you get your CDLs, you get your own business going for you. I pray for you that you continue your success on how you want to do things. But the main objective, I'm putting the word out there. I'm not being. I hope that I didn't come off being too negative. You know, I want to be positive, but I want to be positive. I want to tell you much as I know. And if you want to know more, feel free. Hit me on my email, pensonsk@hotmail.com. pensonsk@hotmail.com. Just putting it out there because I want all you brothers and sisters, that I'm for you. I'm not against you. I'm gonna give you my best information. And if I don't know, I'm gonna tell you, man. I do not know. I'm not gonna beat around the bush like I got all the answers. Man, one thing about this business, you'll never know too much. And when you get to the point that you know every damn thing, it's really time for you to get out this seat. Because you mean who wants you? You can't do anything with somebody that knows it all. But anyway, I'm gonna make this Mr. Short. I mean, I'm sorry for it being so long, but anyway, peace and love and happiness.